PAs and Terrorblades, and then you need to play with auras. And I think auras in general have just fallen off. Like, how often do you see the mech buyer or the pipe buyer, the Crimson Guard buyer? You know, like, these items are somewhat non-existent or rarely bought. So this hero, that's his entire niche, right? And I think some players have experimented. I know, you know, ATF Amar, he tried going for a greedier carry style of Underlord a couple times, of, you know, a satanic, not in pro games but in pubs, like satanic, like right click style in your face AC. But that's so costly. You need the right team to try and enable that style. And then Mind Control, for example, in his pubs, he's been going for phase hood, Yules, utility, early game grouping. So maybe that's what we see today from Zai. But again, I think the hero itself, just a little bit lost, and he's already getting bullied out. 5 from level 1, not the tankiest.
Really going from here. They're going to have another nuke, right? Oh, okay, Boxy will be able to put a stop to initial attempt for Stamana, but the second one still comes through. First blood. Going to Alliance there, using some of the level 1 weaknesses there of the Underlord.
Beautiful start to the game there. The fact that they get the kill. Again, like, the Underlord, he kind of wants to get Firestorm, push in the wave, get level 2, get that point, potentially in the atrophy, annoy Nikobaby. You hit 3, 2-point Firestorm. That's when the lane is just spam, spam, spam. But yeah, again, good start. But it probably will get harder as time goes on. Unless they somehow get another kill, force him no TP. I expect this lane probably to even out and, you know, slow down a little bit and allow Zai to farm. But yeah, Underlord is it feels such a lost hero right now. But I'm excited to see someone make it work. But this is the 2 that I was mentioning.
That's what they can do this time round. Carefully poking at Zai. They're ready to enter back in. He's got another Firestorm ready to drop. Holding for the prime opportunity. He'll find onto Stamana. Zai will die though. Stamana, he's not going to tick out. He's able to walk away. See them try and run down Nikobaby. Boxy, it's too long until the stun's back up. 5 seconds, so he won't get Nikobaby. Might get Stamana though. Stun's up in a second. Oh, unfortunate for Boxy. Misses the stun. Therefore misses the kill.
That's actually massive. Because he misses that stun, the Grim's able to then salve up Nikobaby. Underlord has no TP to this lane. If you oh wait, we're gonna see Insania get a kill. Cool. And cool. But everyone, you need to always give screen time to the Walk of Shame. Zai currently walking back to the bottom lane, and because the Grim was able to survive, he salves up the PA, he gets to continue farming. So yeah, that was an incredible start for the safe lane at least.
On mid lane. Supreme got this. He's going to have another round of spells in a bit, isn't he?
Maybe. There we go. He's got him.
He's got him, right?
I mean, he's got the spells, but he hasn't got him.
Yeah, he's done the math, so he knows he doesn't want to die for that. I mean, what did the Invoker go down to? About 130 HP, and it was level 2 waning rift. How much damage is that? Yeah, he wouldn't have had enough. So.
I could simplify.
Holding back on the dive there, Supreme.
Tier 2 equal death, so...
Yeah, so he would have... Yeah.
Times by 0, yeah, dips out of that one.
He's playing sensible, Supreme. He knows not to dive.
And a pleasant start, you know. Maybe got a bit more confidence into this game.
So they go for Insania in a back or so, and they'll have a good shot at getting this. Insania, he's dead. Aramis will live. Tango reaches and bottom lane. Another kill for Alliance. Nikobaby. I mean, they are ruining this Underlord lane. I mean, as you say, from the statistics, you can't really expect too much from this hero. Zai's struggling on it. They're getting completely dumpstered in the lane so far. 3 deaths in the first 3 minutes down there.
And this is just the fact that Grim PA is such a strong combination. A lot of bursts, both magical and physical. PA has gone for the Orb of Corrosion, utilizing, you know, the damage tick, the slow on the dagger as well. And they are punishing Zai. I think it is also a product of the fact that it is a next position 4. If Underlord wants to try and thrive, you either need a position 4 that pushes the lane equally as hard as Underlord to spam it in the face, or you need some kill threat. And unfortunately, Nyx doesn't provide that, so they are struggling a lot. But it's good to see Alliance punishing that weakness and able to, you know, try and get a bit of a lead. Because, what's it, 8 CS on Underlord? As he's level 2 hiding in the tree bottom. Ooh, this is terrible. He might be dead again, by the way, lads. Or he's bullied.
Let's see. I mean, can he get away from this? I don't think so. Some good body blocks from Stamana, and Zai's going to be kept in reach of Nikobaby. Okay, the stun. The new kits, he just needs to get a dagger and he's stepping up.
He's got the vision.
He can't quite find him. Zai's hiding behind the tree line. So Zai will be okay this time round.
But the lane's pushing.
Oh, he stepped back up, some of the trees have been cut, so Nikobaby had a clean line of sight. He just gets in and kills him off again. That is the fourth death down here for Zai.
This is an absolute... Oh, this is just a disaster, isn't it? And like I was going to say, if the lane was pushing in, maybe it's, oh, don't worry, lads, TP into a double wave. But the lane's pushing towards the PA. An absolutely beautiful start from Alliance. Like, this is the best start you could ever ask for a carry PA.
My people died for nothing.
Yeah, collateral.
I don't know if the viewers can hear that, but there's a lovely echo on the audio. I'm hearing these 4 sunstrikes go up into the distance. Mid lane. Oh, nice save from Insane. He's in time. Disruptions at the ready. Okay, he'll be fine. Bottom, they've got their eyes on Nikobaby, and Nikobaby's pretty low. Just has the 2 stick charges.
Sunstrike is available as well.
Boxy missed the stun. So now he's going to struggle to get away from the 2 of them. It's another kill for Alliance on this bottom lane. Zai's got to run. He can't step up whilst he's the only man alive down here.
And again, that stun was so critical, right? If he connects on the stun, that's a Sunstrike, it's a dead PA. It might help turn the tide, but it's rare you get to see a position 5 be higher level than the off lane.
Yeah, there's going to be a real test for Zai and the recoveries that he can do. We've seen, this is something that Zai is very good at. I feel like something that over the years you will see Zai at the beginning. He'll have a few deaths, in the lane. That's just all part of the job, part of the process. He's more of a man about recovering and dominating later on. So we'll see how he's able to do so, because this game, he's definitely set it off to be a tough start for himself. Well, we'll get handed some glory here. Stamanon steps up and be able to get involved and take him down. Oh yeah, we'll see. This is Zai at the moment at this stage. He's been heavily bullied in the lane. We'll see where he gets to later on.
Well, that kill would help for sure. Dude, I don't want to see his inventory actually. Oh no. I was like, oh, maybe what's he got? Oh yeah, he's actually just got nothing. Cheeky little chainmail. Yeah, we've not really seen much of top lane.
Off the mark there with the boat, so Leslau's fine. I mean, Zai, he's got to be careful stepping up. Nikobaby's hit the 6. There's a good chance that Nikobaby will just jump in and go for the kill. Level 6 PA with Orbital Corrosion against a level 3 Underlord. I think the temptation to dive will be there. So Zai staying hidden as much as he can.
But that's the thing, right? That temptation. If he is to get, keep killing him, right? All you need is a Nyx in position, a Sunstrike available. You're playing into this Exort Invoker, so you always have to be careful of that, explosive pure damage from nowhere. So I like the fact he's holding his restraint. And they're going on to Matu.
Well, he's able to get the torrent off in time. Put a bit of a stop to it, but not enough to save himself. So he goes down. The coils are the ready. They're going to look for Boxy as well. Setups in. They have the damage. Oh, maybe they don't, but the stick charge, Boxy's able to turn, he is going to live. The wand will save it.
Stromer wants it. Look, he's hunting. He's going deeper behind. Oh, okay. I was hoping he'd go for the blindy. He's got 3 points in the stroke, so maybe could have killed him there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
A nice little start. Liquid. No, sorry. Alliance. 3 cores in top 4. Alright, ruined that one actually. Matu just creep back in. Oh well. Well, the main thing is they're all pretty even, other than the fact that the Underlord's 1.4k lower than the PA. But again, luckily for Underlord, even though his win rate is atrocious across the world in all DPC, he doesn't really need items per se to at least do something. Like, if he gets some levels, he can start joining these earlier fights, Roots, Firestorms, ult, and he can get back into the game that way.
Middle tower is under attack.
Steps up there to try and take some of the neutrals. He has got the boat buff down upon him, and backup is on its way over, so Alliance won't be able to commit to finish him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, all Alliance are doing here, they're just bringing all the resources to top lanes. Like, if Kunk is using boat here, SD Nyx are probably TPing in to help him. It's giving PA that time. Alliance are doing a really good job in making the map feel like only the top lane exists, and that allows PA to kind of absorb this farm below. Zai's trying to recover, Invoker Exort naturally wants to jungle. So yeah, Alliance just dictating where the supports are moving right now with this constant aggression, and even getting some kills. I think that the difficulty for Alliance now is the fact that they don't naturally take towers that well. So even though they've got this 5-kill lead and it feels pretty good, these towers aren't going to start dropping. They don't have this DP Leshrac-esque hero.
Dire's top tower.
Pretty cool combination.
Get some Sunstrike setups.
Committing to this.
No, I mean, Leslau, he's getting in aggressive with the charge. Supreme does get he gets killed off there onto the side.
Oh.
Lesnar actually looking pretty dead as well. The two of them there, Lesnar and Supreme maybe getting a bit ahead of themselves, jumping into the jungle, and Liquid dealing with them pretty swiftly. Supreme dying before he really could make a move at all.
Unfortunately, the 1-by-1 there a little bit. Like, Alliance were in such a good position, and we get to see the heat map of Underlord. Rough. Oh well. At least he gets to farm this camp, stack it up too. But yeah, for Alliance there, it's Grim dies to a combination. Leslar like charges in, Puck like very disconnected, and these are the type of plays that suddenly give them that lead, right? Like look at the lead now. It's like sub 1k. Like this could have easily been a 2k lead, a 3k lead, PA farming bot, Puck pushing out. You know, everyone getting a little bit of everything. But those 3 deaths, honestly, Alliance might kick themselves a little bit there because it's very uncomfortable making that type of mistake. And Invoker, he can become this like early game style of core where he just activates this aggression, right? Like all you need is Spirit Breaker to make one incorrect charge. SD deals with him. Invoker then controls up the puck or something, and fight's looking pretty good. So yeah, Alliance just need to be careful. Like they're in a good spot, but don't get carried away. And like if Nikobaby now dies to a smoke rotation, that even further cements that dismay. So yeah, he reads that pretty well. See, fills it out. TP's top. There's no creeps to farm.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah. Nice little recovery there.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, it's getting very close to his Battle Fury. Doesn't want to ruin the timing of that. Plays safe, sticks with the team. This tower gold. Well, I'm pushing very close to having that. The TPs are coming in though. Liquid want to give a shot of holding on to the tier 1. And we'll be able to scare them off for now. Lights back off momentarily.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Boxy was actually TPing top, but because he got seen by the Grimstroke, so it was like, there's no point me playing top. We're not going to defend this tower anyway. And now he's just fighting the Kobold. Alright, Matu, what's he going for? He's got an armlet. He's then got the phase boot. Right? Yeah, I think the concern for Liquid here is the fact that they don't have this innate PA killer going into the late game. They don't have MKB buyers, Abyssal buyers, all this stuff. So they are relying on this mid-game timing of Invoker, Alacritying up. Sorry about the echo. Yeah, it's alright. So they are fighting for this moment. And I am a little bit worried if Liquid, they miss this timing, Alliance should just be able to 1v9 with PA, right? Even Spirit Breaker becomes this unkillable machine later on. So this is the window now where they need to start grouping up a little bit, finding some of those kills, and delay that PA Battle Fury, because like it's 13 minutes into the game and PA actually about to complete it. So this is a very good Battle Fury timing.
Looking for some action up top. And Lesnar charged in, but the turnaround is there with the demonic purge from Estonia slowing him down. Lesnar's not going to be able to get away. Zai turns over towards the PA. They've got the setup. Is there any escape from? There's not. Nikobaby's not going to be able to get out. As that's a painful time for him to be dying. It was just him and Lesnar up there with that push and dying just sort of very close to the Battle Fury. That really hurts his flow.
Yeah. Oh, this is a heads-up move as well. You kill them top, but then you instantly reposition to the area where they're trying to invade, protect your jungle. This is pretty nice. Like playing top area of the map is pretty dead for Liquid, so I like the fact that they dip out of there straight away instead of slowly walking back. It just being efficient. And I was very surprised that I saw Nikobaby join a fight. I know that he likes joining sometimes early on, but 200 gold away from a Battle Fury. He is the hero that can 1v9 this game. You crush the laning phase. Joining in these early fights, it is gonna hinder that. Zion then goes down bottom.
So if Liquid can get anything in return here, Boxy.
Oh,
set up the ready. Sunstrike comes crashing down onto Aramis. Got the demonic purge ready to go as well as they look to dive in for Leslau. Get the both of them, and this tower should be Liquid's. Good push here with Mickey and his Forge Spirits. Mickey, of course, having quite the game. This Invoker popping off big time, 404. Midas bots, and now working on towards the BKB. It's going to be coming out at a very good timing.
They're just sweeping them up together, right? Liquid. They're all, like, even if one dies, they're in position to punish it. And right now, with how Leslau's playing the Spirit Breaker, he's charging in, he's committing, he's trying to be a thorn in their side, but it's why SD is such a great counter. If you ever get in, you get demonic purge, bulldoze gets removed, your move speed gets reduced, so you can't really charge away. And that's the undoing of Alliance right now. It's like 2 to 3 moves that Spirit Breaker has forced. His teammates have kind of joined him and then died subsequently after. And it has allowed Liquid to get their footing in the game. And, you know, meanwhile, Kunkka and Invoker are just, you know, lapping up the farm throughout that aggression. Got a smoke up this time. PA has just hit Battle Fury. Pretty much the timing for Invoker is like probably BKB into then one damage item is when they're going to be their happiest. And Liquid, they will identify this. They need to kind of cut through this moment. Maybe even kill off Nikobaby. Like, he's died once, but that second death into then like an ancient block, a deep aggressive ward to play on, that could be the big undoing, but you know, right now it's still somewhat safe.
Oh, Boxy. He's going to find this. The stun's off the mark, and therefore so is the Sunstrike.
I mean, that was pretty cool. He doesn't instantly use the orb because, of course, the carapace can stun him.
And they lose Matu bottom.
Yeah, that's perfect. Like, again, that was just really heads up from the puck, you know, delaying, waiting, making sure he won't get hit by the carapace on the orb. He dodges the stun, so yeah. You might argue could have maybe impaled from the Vendetta rather than getting the hit off, especially against a puck, but again, cool things, good stuff from Supreme.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And mid Nikobaby trying to farm that mid wave. He's going to lose his life for that. Always, you know, as the experts say, right, that is one of the scarier portions of the map to try and hit the creeps in.
Especially when the tier 1's still alive. I think he feels confident because his own tier 1 tower's alive, but with a level 15 Invoker.
I mean, yeah, he just dies so easily to Mickey's combos. I mean, Mickey's making the move down bottom, running down Stamana trying to get that last nuke off onto Zai. He's not going to be able to do so. Aramis will be out of time before the tornado comes through. Mid lane, I'll get the catch on a Leslau. The boat's coming in. Leslau can't run from this one.
Middle tower is under attack.
As off the back, you know, it starts with Matu going down on the bottom lane, and then he's back in action, and Liquid, they're hitting back hard. They get 3 kills across the map.
Yeah, and people might like question about Nikobaby's farm, right? But like, just look at the way in which Liquid's playing this map. It doesn't feel like there's anywhere for Nikobaby to go, so he is kind of being forced into these unfavorable positions.
So they're going to get Matu here. They've got the Trio Coil. He's going to end up dying there. Get the Shadow Blade out in time, but now you have reason to catch him under that. Quick jump as well. Moxie gets blown up. And Insane, it looks like he's going to follow suit too. Alliance, they're combo into 3 kills back to back. They're on the mid. They strike back.
Yeah, much better. They're just in position this time, and that's the key difference. Like the last 5 minutes, we just seen Liquid find Alliance by themselves or out of position. So Alliance, you know, they're reeling it back in a bit. Nikobaby has to be careful. Like he drew a circle on the minimap before that fight. He told the guys, like, lads, I need to farm my top triangle and the enemy jungle if we want to have a game. So now you see Alliance trying to push deeper into mid to give Nikobaby that space.
Obviously the center mid, Lesnar just runs straight in. They take down Zai. Mickey's having to put the BKB. Will try and turn and take down Supreme. They've got enough control. They do. Deafening Blast push back into the stun of Boxy. They'll get the trade. Deep behind their towers as well, because that tier 1 still standing here. Alliance, they were going for the action up at the tier 2.
Yeah, for Alliance, it's currently mode get BKB. You know, Leslau in his quick buy, PA in the quick buy. This is when they're going to be their happiest. So they need to try and stun that. And I honestly don't mind them running bodies deep into like mid-bottom now for Alliance. Because, again, the key thing is, like, with a PA on your team, you have to play on the opposite side of the map. For every fight you take, if you can go like 2 for 2 on kills, your PA will get like a K gold from the game. So they need to try and dictate this tempo, or at least be in position to save the PA when they go aggressive.
Boxing, quick global setup.
That actually hurts so much because, like, you know, in his mind he's like, all right, the Knicks might be here. Let me put the Sentry. Dead. Nearly had it. And again, Liquid, they get a kill, they invade. Pretty methodical Dota. And look, little old Zai. Yeah, I say caught up. You know, he's still a little bit behind Career Breaker, but this is what I was mentioning earlier. Mind control when he played the Underlord in pubs, just going for that Yule Scepter. It just allows you to be a bit more in the fight. You can instantly catch that elusive hero, then layer the root on top, instantly root them. So I can see why it's good, but it's less about the auras that we used to see maybe a year ago.
I'm going to charge in for Matu. Leslau commits him for the attempted kill. A defensive disruption comes out. Matu able to get the arm there off. Now looks like Matu, can he walk it off? He can't. The Dream Core comes down and will cause the death of Matsumaman, but it'll cost the life of Supreme as he commits in to secure bringing down the Kunkka. Into the trees, they're ready to dive for more. Mickey In focus by Nikobaby, who attempts to jump in, but the pit is down. They do get the kill onto Mickey. Nikobaby is struggling against the three of them, though. Aramis trying to help fend them off. Keep his PA alive. The X-World buff coming in. Boxy still alive there. Jump over Nikobaby. He's able to find it. Boxy comes back in the vision. Nikobaby gets in, gets the kill, jumps over now, looking for more. Zai to fall as well. Double kill for Nikobaby, as he is ready to fight here. Pre-BKB, turning up big time. And starting at pop-off, and they're not done. Insane shows his face. There's the setup. They'll jump in. Another kill added to the score for Nikobaby. Matsu's back in action. Knocks him down with the X-Mark boat combo. Torrent to follow up as well as he got enough damage. The Torrent's going to be off the mark. Nikobaby's able to jump away back. Oh, give him the clean ball. Get him. Matsu able to clean him up at the end of it all. But quite a bit of action there going into the hands of the PA. You know, Nikobaby fighting hard.
Oh, I was just clicking on the Kunkka, like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Oh, and then he hit it at the very end. But that was a really nice fight for Alliance, and that was because of the Essence ring, honestly. Every time I go, there's always a little bit of a fight. Supreme.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, wow, nice tornado. Look at that tornado, very pretty.
Oh, all right. Why every time the puck dies, Matu dies? It's like they're like linked somehow.
There's a lot of trading going on. I mean, this game, 21 minutes and 22.
43 kills in 21 minutes.
This is a close one. I don't think you would necessarily expect this after what we saw in game one, but this game two, it's definitely given us a pretty even playing field. Sure, Mickey at the top of the moment on his Invoker, but Nikobaby, despite the sort of deaths here and there, he's definitely gearing up at a pace where this PA could become a big problem. No,
this is the enjoyable Alliance setup that gave them such a dominant regional performance last year, was the fact that they were able to collapse lanes and fight so much. We kind of missed it a little bit this year, but again, this is the most enjoyable Alliance Dota to watch for sure. Like, it's a little bit rough around the edges, but it does have some underlying strategy to it, and that is the fact that you have this PA at 11k net worth, slowly, you know, farming her way up. BKB about to be complete, Deso soon after. And yeah, again, it's not that bad, because this PA, there's no carry for her to be concerned about. And I love the fact that he had this Essence ring in that previous fight before we saw the puck get jumped on as well. He's able to, you know, stand inside these bigger fights, and he's just constantly increasing his health, 400 HP, 400 HP, and he's able to offset the damage loss from like Firestone, for example. So it is really helping him be in the middle of the fight.
Tower is under attack.
So for Liquid, you feel like if you're Liquid, you're seeing this PA, you've got to step it up even more, right? Because they just do not want to deal with Nikobaby later on.
Yeah, 1000%. Like right now, Matu with that Silver Edge, they need to try and find a couple picks.
Aramis gonna jump forward with Supreme, looking for Matu, but the defensive disruption comes out. Soulbind off to the side, but Aramis goes down. She jump forward from Supreme, trying to finish up a kill. Lesnar charging across the battlefield over towards Matuma. The boat buff comes in, but Matu will still pop. Sania as well. Alliance, they're holding the tower, they're trying to go on for more. Lesnar trying to get to the high ground. Nikobaby's in with the BKBs on top of Zai. Trying to rift out, but the Yule's buying some time for him. Nikobaby, can he do the damage in time? He can. Zai falls, more kills here for the PA.
Also, pretty cool combination there. Of course, at the lower levels, the Underlord ult does take 6 seconds, then 5, then 4 at max. When you have the Yules, you'll be cycling for nearly half of that time. So there is a pretty cool play there where you'll always be able to Uber ult out, but you know, he hasn't got the levels yet, so not that good. But you see here on the minimap, you know, PA running up, he has the BKB ready. Liquid, they do the engagement, but you know, Matu, he's underneath the tower, already 800 HP, doesn't have the boat buff on him. Nikobaby and Leslie commit onto him, and at this point, positioning is not Liquid's best friend. Sure, they have a nice route here, but Nikobaby finally then commits to the BKB. You see the cool little Yules play. Maybe if he had a little bit more HP and level 18, that could have been cooler, but again, that is unfortunately the face of a man who knows that this game is getting
it's a tough game in Stania.
Yeah,
he does. They've got a tough game on their hands now, Liquid Alliance. They are giving them some real fight here in this game too.
Lines being drawn on the map. Another smoke from Liquid. This is when you know that this game exactly. You've got to try and break them down. Find that one moment when they're not in position. But Alliance, they understand their strength right now. They don't need to be apart. Even Nikobaby walking in first.
Oh, he is.
Look at him.
And Lesnar. He charges in, starts up the action, jumping straight away. They've got the Soulbind out. The two of them, BK trying to step away with the BKB. Nico detected as well. Zone BKB over towards the Tumberman. Lesnar with the ult finishes off Mickey's life. They've got the detection, they've got the vision, they've found the Tumberman Supreme, able to take him out. Lesnar ready to charge it again. Boxy able to hold them back with the spike carapace, but he's now been left behind. Supreme even diving into the base, gets the kill on Insania. Liquid now dying inside their base. 4 heroes dead on Liquid. Alliance lose nothing. It's a very tough game for Liquid to swing back. Nikobaby's PA is getting out of control, and it's just getting enabled perfectly by the supporting cast here of Alliance. Lesnar and Supreme just throwing themselves into the front of the action. Liquid can't seem to deal with it.
This is perfect. Like when you're playing into Alliance that doesn't have that big carry threat like a TB, Morphling, Monkey King-esque hero, which you have to jump, you can take fights a lot slower, or at least you can engage with less cares. Like Spiritbreaker, he just jumps onto the Invoker, you get that perfect soulbind, and it feels like as long as you connect on Invoker +1 or Kunkka +1, the fight's going to be pretty good. Like Liquid doesn't have that. We gotta catch him here. Like any time you jump one, it's gonna feel good. And Alliance, they're thriving on this now. Spiritbreaker puck extremely elusive to lock down, and Liquid, they rely on a root from an Underlord, or maybe the control from like Nyx Kunkka, but it's not the most reliable because of course it's pretty hard to connect on that over a Shadowbladed Spiritbreaker or a puck. So yeah, right now Alliance, they weathered the storm of the early game, helped that they crushed the lanes, and now they got the first Aegis. So very much
under attack.
Alliance in the driving seat of this game too.
I mean, what's the game plan for Liquid now? We saw how they were going smokes back to back to try and play to these mid-game fights. Now you're doing it into an Aegis. Do you have to wait out this Aegis, or do you still have to keep going?
I think they only have one. Yeah, they only got one smoke available, as now Insania will be dying again. So they have a defensive BKB.
I mean, Lesnar, he's ready to still try and get in on this. We'll get stopped by the blast and the root of Zai.
Again, to quickly answer your question, it's the fact that Liquid, they have one smoke available, and that smoke doesn't even feel good because of course there's an Aegis in play. So now they just gotta wait. They have to do that uncomfortable thing of give Alliance whatever map they want, hope for a pickoff, and just wait 5 minutes.
Stop Lesnar, but Lesnar is ready to commit with the BKB, and he's got Nikobaby by his side. So now look towards Zai, knock it back with the ult. Zai's gone. Alliance taking kills as they wish across the map, and Liquid, it feels like this game they need to come in with a backup plan. As the initial sort of attempt and approach to this match, it's not working out, and they're falling behind, and they're falling behind fast.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, anyone who shows on the map is going to be dead, and that is the strength of Spiritbreaker with the charge, with the Shadowblade. Puck doesn't even have boots to travel yet. He's got the A on this now just to be super defensive, but when Supreme gets boots to travel as well, that's going to get even harder. Nikobaby's even farming underneath the tier 3. Like, look at him. He doesn't care. He's got an Aegis.
He knows that they can barely touch him.
Big fan of the Ags in that quick buy. Of course, Ags, when you get a kill, replenishes your spells. Just allows him to jump in and around the fight, because if he jumps Invoker, Nyx, or SD, if he can commit, 3-4 right clicks, they're probably going to be dead, or maybe Invoker half HP, but that alone is going to give Nikobaby that confidence to ping pong around the fight, just like Puck will, just like Spiritbreaker will. Again, just to remind people, Liquid, they have to win this series to get first in the group. Of course, no major, but still, 300 DPC points, very healthy and very helpful in your future major runs. It might be the difference of having to win a major to get TI or getting third place potentially. So again, Liquid need to close out this series if they want to lock in those cheeky little 300 points. But Alliance doing a great job, kind of stunting that. Nikobaby masterclass on a PA. There was a video, I think it was on Games Class or something, where he was just describing how he plays PA. And I've seen those elements in this game here where he's always unless he has the BKB Aegis, he's like waiting on the sides. He's not committing. He's like, he has to see like an Impale or a Torrent used, and once like a key spell's used, then he's committing. And it's that patience that allows PAs to thrive in some of these weirder games, because he's not the one getting broken by the Silver Edge. He's not the one getting tornado comboed by an Invoker. Like he is selecting how he engages really well. And if we ever like watched back these fights, you would really see like he's just hugging the tree line, probably more than other PA players.
And he is on his own.
Radiant's
Yeah, as I say that, he's very out of position.
I mean, but they don't sort of expect him to be alone. You know, they know he has the Aegis and Box. He doesn't want to go on him because of that.
Oh, again, you know, Evo Arteezy, this is the Arteezy farming style with an Aegis, right? He's by himself, he's all in his lonesome in the triangle. But if they were to kill him, like, Spirit Breaker will be there.
Yeah,
He's got
there'd be
BKB.
chances for Alliance to get over for his second life, especially with the BKB ready.
Man, he's having a great game. Maybe Matt, like, again, for Liquid to take a nice fight, they need to try and survive the coil and the initial jump of PA, get through the BKB, and then play on the fact that you can kite her with Kunkka, SD and stuff. But that means you've somehow survived the coil and a Spirit Breaker in your face and a PA BKB. That's so hard to do, but maybe playing at your tier 3s, tier 4s, that's when it gets a little bit easier in these games where you're behind, of course. Tower, armor aura, positioning is really hard. So yeah, I think Liquid right now, they are just going to lean on the fact that their base is their 6th man in the roster right now.
And what's the plan now for Alliance? The Aegis has faded.
It's find a pickoff or wait for next stages, because going high ground into Invoker, Underlord, Kunkka doesn't feel that good.
Oh, Zai. He's going to tank that ult there. No hesitation, of course, from Lesnar, ready to put a stop to that. And they've got the coil to stop Boxy getting out as well.
Yeah, that's nice stuff. And this is kind of what Alliance need. I don't think with their heroes, they're ever walking up to the tier 3s and poking it down, because the creeps will die very quickly to Liquid, and they'll just be wasting time. So Alliance need Liquid to make these types of plays, these adventurous plays where they go, oh, let's go grab a wave by the old tier 2, shall we? And then bam, Spirit Breaker's there, PA's out of the blur. And they get a small window to hit here.
Let's see what they can do with this 20 seconds. Alliance.
How many hits? Go for a guess. You think the whole tower's falling? Or they're going to
I think they'll get the tower hit.
The tower, right?
Look at this, they're doing some damage with this Deso.
How's the trick question? Of course they're taking a tower over.
Or maybe not.
Hold on.
Oh, the twist.
Look at that.
A fortification.
Oh, damn, look at that. It wasn't a trick question.
Go back in, Supreme.
Ah, see?
Get that tower hit.
I doubly tricked the trick question. Oh, I shouldn't have backed down.
Liquid's back up and still, for the most part, keep it to the base. Matu's got the rapier queued up.
Old rapier, I'd have been excited, but it just doesn't have the same effect. But I don't know why they removed the true. Maybe it's because of the Medusa meta, where you just go second item rapier and run down lanes. True strike, yeah, pretty annoying.
Invisibility.
Alright, well, if we get a rapier, would be pretty cool. Seeing some heroes get one shot. Kunkka is probably one of the better rapier buys just because of Tidebringer.
And for Liquid, are you looking to try and take a fight like around the Roche, or is that sort of too suicidal for them at this point? Can they get out and fight Alliance when the Roshan spawns, or do they have to wait in the base and take the fight on the high ground?
I think it really depends on where the lanes are. Like, if Alliance sees top pushed in, bot pushed in, and suddenly Liquid's gone missing, it'll be so easy for them to disengage the pit, take that fight under a ward, kill them all off. So I think it really depends on how Alliance approach the setup to Roshan. And I think right now with this lead, they're going to have all lanes pushed in all times. And you kind of see Liquid, this bottom lane, this is kind of their, you know, first step to potentially a Roshan contest. It is get this bot lane out, let's at least get something going our way. Maybe a hero randomly goes down there for a bit of greedy farm. That's when they can strike. But yeah, right now, they do whatever Alliance lets them. And it's kind of what happened in game 1, right? Alliance was only allowed to do what Liquid gave them, which was near nothing. So Alliance returning that treatment in game 2.
You can see the quiz question, T.
Oh god, here we go.
Order the heroes and Alliance based on how many Forge Spirits they've killed.
Oh, who's killed the most Forge Spirits? Oh.
Well, it's got to be the Puck, right?
Yeah, I'm leaning Puck.
I kind of go Puck,
I'm
Breaker.
down for an impartial Breaker.
Yeah, I'd put Breaker second, then the PA, then Rubik, then Grim.
Oh, I'm going Grim, then Rubik, mate.
I don't know, Rubik's been stealing some nice spells, these Firestorms.
But the Stroke of Fate's a pretty stellar spell, mate, you know? Oh. Puck?
Oh, Rubik? Oh, no, Puck.
Then Grim PA, they're actually tied.
Breaker was a little lower.
A little bit lower. Well, at least we're right on the Puck, so.
You're right on the Grim being decent, and the Rubik being at the bottom.
Fair play.
Back in play. Again, it's that sort of point. Both teams waiting it out for the Roshan, and now it's been spotted by Alliance. It has respawned.
Ooh, all right.
So Alliance will certainly be heading over here. The question is if Liquid are going to be able to do anything about this.
They have to. Right? As much as I kind of described the setting of the scene, if bot lane pushed in, if they give this Aegis to Alliance, we're going to a game 3. Like this is how critical this is right now. This is a make or break move for them.
It's going to go down quite quickly.
Oh, Tarina Rubik, he's a big boy. All right, Roshan's side. Oh, all right, sorry. Game 3 over.
They've already got it. They've got it. They've got the shard. They've got the Ags. The Aegis. Not the Ags, sorry, the Aegis. Ags not quite yet. Leslau. He's ready to start the action. Liquid, they've got to get back up to that high ground. Outside of the base is not proven to be too safe right now. As Leslau's in with the ult. Charge again. Takes out Insania. See, Nikobaby's thinking about jumping in on this, but Boxy is set up. Deep, burrowed underground. Ready for the high ground hole. See what they can do here. Carapace and stun. Looking as well. They're going to be doing a good job of bringing Nikobaby down pretty quickly the first time. Question if they could do it a second. Pokes in, but Nikobaby responds with a BKB ready to jump straight over towards Zai. Slowed a little bit by the demonic purge. The disruption has worked from Insania, keeping Zai alive for a little longer. Supreme still able to jump in and finish him off, but will lose his life for that effort. Liquid, they push back Alliance. They've taken the Aegis out of the PA's hands. Alliance, they do still want to fight. They've got their eyes on this. Nikobaby jumping in onto the high ground. Buyback comes out from Zai. Nikobaby's got to back off now. No Aegis, no BKB. They'll throw another dagger back in on this. Liquid, they've got a lot of control that they continue to throw out. And this will proc on Aramis. Nikobaby, he's going to jump back in on them. He's feeling strong and confident with the backup of his team. He's able to get in, take down Mickey. Mickey has to buy back. Nikobaby, what's his next move? Back up for now, over towards Manon. He's going to respect the buyback from Invoker. The TP outs are going to be there from Alliance as they'll look to retreat. Happy with what they poked out financially there from Liquid. 3 buybacks, 2 of them being the cause. Zai and Mickey. Might not have got the racks, but they're certainly able to increase that lead here, Alliance. They now stand 22k ahead.
Oh, and this is a pretty cool play. Like, that was a really good hold from Liquid. They're 21k down, fighting into an Aegis. But if they find the pick bottom, like, does Nikobaby still have beacon?
He's under the ward, right?
Oh, yeah.
The opposite ward. Alliance got it down.
So if that was no ward there into a Nikobaby kill, that'd be pretty cool. But again, Liquid did technically hold.
It was expensive hold.
It was commendable. But yeah, for Alliance, I think though this is the first time we actually got to see the Kunkka actually connect onto the PA, because again, Nikobaby has to be the one hitting the tower. In that vulnerable position, Liquid can exploit that. They did. Yeah, like the high ground defense of Liquid, it's so scary. You know, like Kunkka can walk in, X marked, BKB himself if needed, just cleave away.
Oh, he's nearly got that rapier.
Yeah, got Nyx with the Barret. Like they are, even though they're 20k down, this is an incredibly strong high ground defending lineup. And the only reason why you were seeing buildings fall, or at least aggression happen, is because of the fact that they got picked off a couple of times and they're a little bit late to contest Roshan. But Alliance, this is now the big question for them. Do they either A, wait for another Aegis? Ooh.
I mean, they could do that.
Or B, or give it a go and just run down the lane. And I think in this type of game, with the amount of strength that Nikobaby's had, they probably are going to just run down the lane again.
Okay.
But this could be the start of a comeback if Nikobaby gets kited, because his BKB now should be pretty low. What is it? Oh, what are we saying? It is a 6-seconder. Matu, ever so close to that BKB, but he is getting charged.
Top barracks are under attack.
Well, that's now starting off with a bit of a poke.
And this is why the siege is so difficult, because you got Firestorm from a distance, a cheeky little cleave from a distance. Like they really aren't able to just cleanly just set the scene, right? Like if it was with other heroes, traditionally you can just stand your ground and just click down the tower and say, if you fight me, you're dead. And unfortunately for Alliance, they have skirmishing pick-off style of heroes, and this is where they struggle. And another big ult to bot lane.
And this one will catch off. Leslau. They had the BKB and the TP, but they've got the physical.
The fact that 20k down and they're still thinking of these plays, it's so much fun, but Insania might not be having... Ooh.
Yeah, he's got to be a bit cautious. I mean, you see Supreme sort of sneaking across the tree line.
If that was a pub, 100% that PA would have killed him there.
Yeah,
or at least blinked in, then Insania would have ghost sceptered, killed the PA. So I respect that neither of them
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
actually went for the engagement.
Yeah, I've been very careful about this Alliance.
A lot of vision from Alliance here. 2 wards placed here. 1 behind the tree, 1 in front of the tree. See, they're now not going to think about the other one. That's a joke. You can still see it through the ranks, but alas.
I'll keep it alive a little longer. Oh, on the other deal with the sentry though.
You have the rapier online.
Oh, baby.
Radiant's
Who do you think was going to get 1 hit first, Owen?
I don't think anyone will get 1 hit, will they?
You don't?
Well, how much of the damage would the bringer?
I mean, let's say 1 hit as if who's going to be half HP and then 1 hit?
Well, who's got
so
lowest
to speak?
HP? It's for the Grim, isn't
It's
it?
the Grim, yeah.
It's the Grim.
He's also got 9 armors, yeah. I think.
They're coming out of the base here, Liquid. I mean, Alliance, I think they're definitely going to be falling back for the next rush. I think it's proven to be a little too tricky to get into that base right now for them, even though they are at a pretty big lead, 18k.
And also, like, Dota is such a psychological game, so that 1 play where they kill the Spiritbreaker bot lane with an Underlord Rift, now Alliance might be saying, guys, I can't solo push this lane anymore, because if they don't show for 5 seconds, they're going to be rifted onto a creep wave bottom, killing me off instantly. So I also think Alliance, with this lead, they might be scared to be pushing out the bot lane as well. Like, see Spiritbreaker charging to mid. If he now moves to top and ignores bot, now Liquid has a lane advantage, because this lane was going to slowly be hitting away at this tier 2, and it alleviates a little bit of pressure for them to maybe do more aggressive plays. This game is on a nice edge. Liquid.
Oh! Nikobaby. He's going to get the jump straight away, looks for the backlines, gets Insania. The Torrent will catch him, but they've lost both the supports here, Liquid. They've got to run. The control's there for Mickey. The detection is down. Mickey's out for 2 minutes. No buyback. This could be what Alliance need to close up a set of racks, maybe 2, maybe even a game. It's a long time, no Invoker. And with Zai getting caught, he's also going to be without buyback. Alliance may have just found the kills here to close this game.
And that's what I was about to say, like, the game's on a nice edge, because I feel like if Liquid do get picked off 1 time, lose the Rapier, you can just call it GG, right? So Liquid, they try and keep sneaking and creeping out of their base, and Spiritbreaker just catches them all, so there's no buyback.
I mean, we'll see what Matty could do on his own. He's going to try and go for Stamana.
He didn't 1-hit him, mate.
He did not. It's not quite the damage that he needs to hold against the full 5 of them as Alliance. They know it. They're going to look to close this one up, and they've got it. Ladies and gentlemen, GG is called. Alliance, after a rough game 1 and coming at the end of a tough season, they hit back, and this is, without a doubt, the biggest win that they've had so far here in the league against Liquid. This is a big team to take down in a game.